video to show you how to work with the t-distribution in StatKey to find areas or cutoffs. The distribution works very similarly to what we're doing with the normal distribution. The key difference is that when you come into StatKey, instead of clicking on the theoretical normal, we click on the theoretical t-distribution. And then we need to enter the degrees of freedom, which remember are the sample size minus 1. So I'm going to pretend that I was working with a sample size of 70 and enter 69 degrees of freedom. Now if I were making a confidence interval, I would need a t star value that's going to give me the middle C percent. So if I wanted to make a 85% confidence interval, I would choose the two-tail option. I would put 0.85 in the center, because that's 85%. And my t star is going to be my cutoff down here. Here's my t star, 1.456, for an 85% confidence interval when I'm working with 69 degrees of freedom. If I wanted instead to make a 95% confidence interval, I would change that 85% in the center, 0.95, click OK, and my t star value for 95% confidence interval with 69 degrees of freedom is 1.995. Now the other thing we'll be using the t-distribution for is to calculate areas in the tails, and we'll be doing this when we're doing hypothesis testing so that we can find the p-value. And we want to do that, we're going to have a standardized test statistic that we calculated. Suppose I'm doing a right-tailed test, and I calculate a standardized test statistic of 2.7. Then I would, in my t-distribution, and I again always need to make sure I have the right degrees of freedom, I would use my right tail. I would set my cutoff to my test statistic. I think I just said that was 2.74. Click OK, and this area up here, 0.0039, that would be my p-value. If instead I wanted to do a left-tailed test, my alternative hypothesis where the mean is less than some value, I would use left tail and change the cutoff to my standardized test statistic and take the area up above, that left tail, as my p-value. If you're doing a two-tailed test, remember, when you have a not equal to sign in the alternative hypothesis, then you find the area in one tail and multiply it by 2 to get your p-value. So that is a quick how-to using the t-distribution in StatKey. Have a good day.